Oh, well, good morning. Top of the morning to you. It's pretty early today, so we're kind of getting a jump on the day, get the day moving. I'm going to finish up the R1052, and with some help from Greg over at the Ham and Shortwave Radio channel, I figured out what this is. So supposedly this was in... Lily, stop hitting the camera. Yeah. Yes, everybody's up this morning. Anyway, supposedly this was a radio used to, I guess for lack of a better word, spy on Russian missiles, supposedly. It's a surveillance radio. It was used for a number of different purposes, or a telemetry radio. So this is a multi-mode radio. It goes from 30 megahertz to 60 on this side, and then you switch, and then it goes from 55 megahertz to 260 on this side. So it's AM, FM, it's got variable bandwidth, there's a squelch control, AGC, and some a few other just incendiary controls, volume, and the dimmer for the face and stuff. And we also have a honorable mention for Spectre Oz for finding anything. I couldn't find anything on this, so that little experiment of using the hive mentality or the internet or crowdsourcing or whatever you want to call it, or just plain sheer asking your friends, worked out. So I found a schematic and sort of a service manual. It's not exactly the same radio, but it's close enough. It's a cousin of it. And that helped me repair the power supply. And there's a Zener diode inside, a 10-watt Zener diode that was shorted out on this thing, and that was splattering the fuse. I lucked out and found another Zener diode that's rated at 150 volts at 10 watts. Probably a little unusual for nowadays. Zener diode's becoming a bit of an artifact, unfortunately. So we're all plugged in and are ready to go. So let's find out what happens here. So we're tuned to the broadcast FM band, and let's see if we're going to work. So the radio works and the dimmer works. You can see that down here. Maybe you can't. Nope, there we go.
How does that function? Get used to it. With just one season under.
So I'm down here on the broadcast FM band here in the States. That's about roughly 89 megahertz to 108 megahertz. Let's see what else we can find up here doodling around. I can't leave the radio run. The YouTube copyright police will come and get me. So there should be some traffic on the amateur 2-meter band, although I don't know if we'll hear anything. So right in there, sounds pretty quiet. Oh, there's something there. Yeah, there was something there. Don't know what that is, but it's... I guess we'll have to hook up to the demodulated output or the discriminator output and see what's there. Weird. There also should be the weather radio service up in here. There.
In Omaha, Nebraska. The current time is 7:50 a.m. Central Daylight Time. The Omaha, Nebraska climate summary for yesterday, September 28, 2018.
It was cold and rainy. Let me help you.
High temperature was 59 degrees.
So in addition to the tuning, the radio has a couple meters. There's a signal strength and a discriminator centering there. It shows you when you're tuned up there. It's kind of a fun radio. Now all I have to do is buy a surplus Russian missile to spy on, and I'm set. So anyway, thanks again for everybody that commented, and we'll be hopefully seeing a little bit of this in the future, since it kind of tunes above the shortwave band, maybe we'll venture into there and see what happens. Anyway, take her easy. Have a groovy day.